Hans in Luck, written by the Grimm brothers. Hans had served his master for 7 years, so he said to him, "Master, my time is up. Now I should be glad to go back home to my mother. Give me my wages." The master answered, "You have served me faithfully and honestly. As the service was, so shall the reward be." And he gave Hans a piece of gold as big as his head. Hans pulled his handkerchief out of his pocket, wrapped up the lump in it, put it on his shoulder, and set out on the way home. As he went on, always putting one foot before the other, he saw a horseman trotting quickly and merrily by on a lively horse. "Ah," said Hans quite too loud, "what a fine thing it is to ride."
Under the street wall, really?
There you sit as on a chair, you stumble over no stones, you save your shoes and cover the ground. You don't know how. The rider, who had heard him, stopped and called out, "Hi there, Hans. Why do you go on foot then?" "I must," answered he, "for I have this lump to carry home. It is true that it is gold, but I cannot hold my head straight for it, and it hurts my shoulder." "I'll tell you what," said the rider, "we will exchange. I'll give you my horse, and you can give me your lump." "With all my heart," said Hans, "but I can tell you, you will have to crawl along with it." The rider got down, took the gold, and held Hans up, then gave him the bridle tied in his hands and said, "If you want to go at a really good pace, you must take your tongue and call out, 'Zup, zup.'" Hans was heartily delighted as he sat upon the horse and rode away so bold and free. After a little while he thought that it ought to go faster, and he began to click with his tongue and call out, "Zup, zup." The horse put himself into a sharp trot, and before Hans knew where he was thrown off and lying in a ditch which separated the field from the highway. The horse would have gone off too if it had not been stopped by a countryman who was coming along the road and driving a cow before him. Hans pulled himself together and stood up on his legs again. He was vexed and said to the countryman, "It is a poor joke, this riding, especially when one gets hold of a mare like this that kicks and throws one off, so that one has a chance of breaking one's neck. Never again will I mount it. Now I like your cow, for one can walk quietly behind her and have over and over. without fail. What would I not give to have such a cow? Well, said the countryman, if it would give you so much pleasure, I do not mind giving the cow for the horse. Hans agreed with the greatest delight. The countryman jumped upon the horse and rode quickly away. Hans drove his cow quietly before him and thought over his lucky bargain. If only I have a morsel of bread, and that can hardly fail me, I can eat butter and cheese with it as often as I like. If I'm thirsty, I can milk my cow and drink the milk. My goodness, what more can I want? This video has part 2. Please go and watch it.